Hey, beautiful, good afternoon. This is yours truly, Mr. Panuka here at Panuka Farm. And I think it's been a while since we had a chat in the fields. It's beautiful afternoon, a rare one, given that we've had an onslaught of, rainfall in the past, month. And, you know, so it's actually been quite rare to see the sun, shining as it is doing today. So it's quite a beautiful time, for us to just take a walk into the English cucumber field so that you just see how our English cucumber portfolio is doing. And so what I'll do is to just show you around about three greenhouses that were all transplanted on 29th January 2021. So just about a month and about 6 days, we're actually seeing that some of the varieties, because we actually have different varieties. Some of them are already ready for harvest. We're actually starting just tomorrow, and quite shortly I'll be able to show you some of the big fruits that have already come up. So tag along in this review, so that you just appreciate how we're doing with our English cucumber portfolio. So let's get in. So we're starting with Panuka greenhouse number 7. So in greenhouse number 7, what we have is an English cucumber variety called Dreamliner. This is supplied to us by Seedco. So far it's also doing quite well. We've had a few cases of potassium deficiencies, but I think that's something that we're fixing. And in case you're wondering how that looks like, these yellow patches that you see is a mix of nitrogen and potassium deficiency. So we have a few solutions, that we're using to try and fix this nutritional deficiency. So that's something that is, under control. How's it doing in terms of, fruiting? If you check underneath here, you actually already see that we have some very sizable, big, fruits that have come up. So we're actually underway with this variety. And just look at the general outlook of this, greenhouse, this variety. These are some of the fruits, but underneath you actually see that we have some better and bigger, fruits. Okay. So like they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. So we try by all means to make sure that our greenhouses are very clean. That also reduces incidences of diseases. And talking of diseases, I think if you're an ardent follower of Panuka Farm, you actually know too well about our deficiency chart. And I just talked about potassium deficiency. This is how it manifests itself. And so you actually see from nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium. You actually see the different manifestations of deficiencies of different nutrients. Okay, so this is quite very handy for us here at Panuka Farm, because that's a reference point for our team in the greenhouses as they look after the crops. So this is GH7 Dreamliner. So let's get to the next greenhouse. You actually see another prolific variety that we've been growing. So tag along. So just outside here we have some strawberries that are under hibernation. So but let's get on to greenhouse number 8. So that's GH8 with another variety of English cucumber. So voila, here we are. So here we have Borel. This is a Rags 1 variety, transplanted on the same day as the other greenhouse. and it's doing exceptionally very well. Actually, quite better than the other, greenhouse. This is a variety that we've been, planting for a while. It's a tried and tested, variety here at Panuka, and has always delivered. And what we see with this one is that it also has less incidences of, potassium deficiency at the moment. But it's taking its time in terms of fruit formation. You can already see we have a few sizable ones. And check underneath here. Some more good fruits already. There we go. You can actually check also underneath there. Okay. So what you see actually with Boreal is this, leafy nature of it. You can actually see there's very little room for you to pass. Quite very vegetative, dark green, big leaves. That's how, it appears. So we're just retracing it yesterday. But it's doing exceptionally very well. But you actually see that much as we transplanted them on the same day, the Dreamliner has much bigger fruits so far. But we know that within 1 week, Boreal is coming with a bang. The fruits are still slightly smaller, but we know that it will soon catch up. So that's your aerial view of this greenhouse. So already it's actually heading to the net. So we're quite expectant of very good things coming out of this greenhouse. Apparently, I've actually just seen some very good big fruits that have already matured. So quite good. Okay, so let's get to the third greenhouse, where we have a mixture. We also have even a slicer cucumber there. So tag along. So again, you get to see our strawberry, plantation here as we get into the other greenhouse. So now, welcome to Panuka GH10. We also have some, more cucumber right here. Okay. So here we have 3 varieties. We have Dreamliner, Boreal, and Midas. So these first 2 here, this is Dreamliner. That's the variety that we saw in greenhouse number 7. So again, we just want to make sure that we have all these varieties again in one greenhouse so that we can compare the efficacy of different varieties. And then right here, the next 2 lines, we've got Boreal. So basically, actually 4 lines here. And then comes the slicer cucumber, the tallest here. These 4 lines at the far end, this is Midas, which is a slicer cucumber. So it's not your long, English cucumber. You actually see how it looks. Already getting very good, big. That's the size of these slicer cucumbers. And I think in a week's time, we should be able to see quite some very good big fruits ready for the market. What I like is just this activity in terms of, flowering and fruiting. Very active. And again, it looks like a potentially good crop coming up. So these are some of the slicer cucumbers, Midas, coming up. So very expectant of a good crop. I think critical issue is just the fruit balancing, the trellising. Very, very good. That does not come very easy. You need the staff to be trained and be consistent in the application of some of the lessons in terms of fruit management. So there you have it, folks. That was just a quick tour of our 3 greenhouses that we currently have, which are just getting into food production. Exciting, and I'm sure you can actually see how the fields look. And so I think in a month's time we actually need to plant some more to just make sure we're consistent with our off-takers. It's been a bit of a turbulent journey in the last 2 months, but like we said, it's not about quitting. When you've got a bumpy ride, at some point you need to learn the lessons, take notes, and deploy those, and do a good job. And that's exactly what we try to do here at Panuka Farm. So thank you so much for tagging along, and have a lovely day, night, or evening, wherever you are. For us, you can actually see it's sunny, beautiful. We're enjoying this, and so have a lovely one. Bye bye.